What's up, gamers? I'm John, and this is my Level Up News, where I bring you news every weekday. It's the top news I gather from around the web, so you don't have to. Today's Friday, May 17th, 2024. Let's get you leveled up with today's news. Microsoft is making a bold move by adding the next Call of Duty game to its Game Pass subscription service, breaking from the traditional model of selling it separately for around $70. This marks the biggest shift for Microsoft since acquiring Activision Blizzard for $75 billion. Call of Duty, a major moneymaker with over $30 billion in revenue, has typically sold around 25 million copies annually. Microsoft hopes that this change will attract more users to Game Pass, which costs between $10 and $17 per month. This strategy mirrors the success of Starfield, which boosted Game Pass subscription upon its release, despite concerns from industry leaders about the subscription model potentially hurting sales. Microsoft is committed to this approach to grow its user base and drive long-term revenue. The official announcement is expected to be at the Xbox upcoming event next month. Diablo 4's new Loot Reborn season has revitalized the game, earning widespread praise. Released this week, Season 4 brings major updates to loot and endgame mechanics, making the game feel fresh and engaging. Changes include a revamped Codex of Power, enhanced Helltide events, permanent unlocks for aspects and affixes, and streamlined customizations. These updates have made the gear stats more important and character builds easier to experiment with. Players are thrilled, with some claiming they've played more than they've slept since the season has launched. The endgame is now less tedious, with a more balanced economy and meaningful leveling. Helltides, available at all world tiers, offer intense battles and valuable loot. The positive feedback has led to a surge in player numbers, quadrupling concurrent users on Steam. While some tweaks may be needed, the overall response indicates that Diablo 4 has finally reached its potential as a phenomenal action RPG. The war in Helldivers 2 has been stagnant, with Super Earth facing multiple defeats, including failed missions to secure planets and scrap automatons, resulting in missing out on anti-tank mines stratagems. To rally the Federation, the Super Earth government announced a new phase. The automatons have invaded, the Terminite control system has failed, and Liberty is under greater threat. We are now in a galactic war on tyranny until Liberty is safe forever. This rebranding inspired billions to volunteer to play. The next mission for Helldivers is to hold key planets where new training facilities are under construction. Currently, 3 out of the 4 targeted planets are secured, with 1 under active defense. This task, while simpler than previous missions, requires focus to prevent losing control of Super Earth-held planets. The government may emphasize threats like weapons of mass destruction to maintain focus on critical locations. Abubakar Salim, who played Bayek in Assassin's Creed Origin, has spoken out against the criticism of Yosuke, a character in the upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows. He was quoted saying, "I'm sure your hill has a lovely view." Yosuke was a real historical figure who became a samurai under the Japanese leader Oda during the Sengoku era. Despite historical evidence, some people are upset about Yosuke being portrayed as the first black samurai. Salim, who faced similar backlash for his role, supported Yosuke on Twitter, pointing out how strange the controversy is. Yosuke's important role in history, including his presence during Oda's betrayal, may be featured in the game. Assassin's Creed Shadows, which also stars the stealthy Noir, releases on November 15 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Ubisoft's new free-to-play multiplayer shooter Defiance launches on May 21st for Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC via Ubisoft Connect, but skips Steam and Epic Games Store initially. Players can preload now to be ready for launch. Featuring factions from Ubisoft's games like The Division, Splinter Cell, Watch Dogs, Far Cry 6, and Ghost Recon, each with unique abilities, the game includes 14 maps, 24 weapons, and 5 game modes at launch. 4 seasons of content are planned for the first year, adding new factions, weapons, maps, and a 90-tier battle pass. The pre-season starts on launch day, with each season lasting 3 months. More details on post-launch content will be revealed at the Ubisoft Forward event on June 10th. Despite requests for early access, the game won't be playable until the official release. Hades 2 is already an impressive game in early access, but significant changes are expected as new features are added and player feedback is incorporated. Just over a week after launch, the game received its first major patch, emphasizing resource gathering during runs to unlock new features and conversations back at the crossroads. Initially, players had to equip specific gathering tools to collect resources, limiting them to one resource type per run. The patch now allows players to gather any resource once its corresponding tool is unlocked, and prioritizes tools in training grounds to make the resources appear more frequently. This change helps players build in-game currency more effectively and avoids the frustrations of not having the right tool for available resources. Destiny 2's next expansion, The Final Shape, releasing on June 4th, will enhance weapon perks significantly. Bungie announced that players can upgrade older raid adepts, new guns, and ritual weapons, with all new weapons either having craftable parts or having enhancement options. Enhancements will apply to weapons from various playlists and activities, excluding those in the legacy focusing option before Season 17. Using a 3-tiered system, enhancements will require different weapon levels and materials, with the raid adepts needing Spoils of Conquest, enhanced traits, and introduced in the Witch Queen, allowing for fine-tuning weapons for optimal performance. Surpassing high-end adepts. Additionally, Bungie is increasing the mementos cap to 3, letting players apply them directly from inventory. These updates aim to deepen customization and improve gameplay for Destiny 2 players. Toxicity in online gaming is common, but a recent incident in Valorant was so severe it drew a response from the game's executive producer. Streamer Taylor Morgan shared a video of the explicit threats she received in voice chat, which led to suspension for leaving the game. Valorant's executive producer Anna Dolan acknowledged the issue and emphasized Riot Games' commitment to creating a safer environment. Riot is beta testing a voice moderation system to detect abusive language, but its effectiveness is unclear. Despite efforts, many players still face similar abuse, with surveys indicating that women in particular experiencing high levels of sexual harassment. Some suggest hardware bans for repeat offenders, but the implementation is complex. After months of waiting, Starfield's May update brings a significant patch that improves various aspects of the game, mainly for new players, but with some changes for veterans too. The update includes a new extreme difficulty, survival mode option for added challenge or convenience, and the ability to customize ship interiors with new items, enhancing the base building experience. Updated maps now offer detailed city layouts and fast travel to landmarks, while changes in the Unity allow for trait modifications through a full skill point aspect is still missing. A new dialogue camera option enhances immersion, and performance improvements are reported to be significant on Xbox. While it doesn't add new missions or gear, the patch makes the game more enjoyable, especially for those new to it. And with that bundle of gaming news, I hope you got enough experience points to level up your gaming knowledge today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you don't miss any new videos coming out.